Hi, I'm Daisy,
Hi, I'm David.
and we're the MSA Crusaders. Here we are with another episode of MSA Crusaders. Today with Caroline Stewart and her son Jacob in Australia.
Hey, Caroline. Hi, Jacob.
Brisbane. Brisbane. Is it
That's
Brisbane?
right. Where?
Gold Coast. Yeah,
Yes.
very close to Brisbane though. Yeah.
Okay. Tell us a little bit what's in the life of Caroline Stewart. What did you do before MSA?
Support work. Support work. Support. Look
Support.
out for people with a disability.
Oh,
Oh,
disabilities.
Yeah.
okay. You worked for the disability in offices and stuff like that? You did paperwork for them?
No, I owned a house, a respite house, and I also did support work. Went into other people's houses.
You went to the people's houses.
Yes. Yes.
You worked for the board.
So I look after participants and becoming.
Yeah. So Mum used to go to people's houses who had disabilities and would like help them with day-to-day needs,
Okay.
take them out and do activities, and just support them with whatever they needed, like washing the dishes or helping them to get dressed or making them food or making coffee, just day-to-day sort of things that people struggle with.
Okay, Carolyn. So you were like an aide?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
in
kind of.
America, like we call it like social workers and home healthcare workers, things like that. That's something my
Yeah.
daughter's getting into. She's in college for nursing, but she's also applying for a job, or she's actually got the job. But she goes and helps out individuals with disabilities, or it could be just old age for the government. Um, with what you said, like, it could be brushing teeth, it could be making a bed, helping get dressed, go to the bathroom, things like that. So good for you.
Cooking, things
Yeah.
like that.
Thank you.
And then, what is it they say? You paid it forward, so now they're paying it forward to you, right? They're helping you out.
Oh, kind of. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's what
Carol,
I used to do kind of too. On my spare time, I would go and cook meals and visit them and just sit with people sometimes. I just want needed somebody to talk to.
Nice.
so how close are you to how close do you guys live to actually to Kangaroo Island?
So Kangaroo Island in South Australia.
Oh, south.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
It's
closer
about
to
an hour.
Sydney, right? You're close to Sydney.
Hello.
It's in South Australia. It's actually one of the biggest islands in Australia, third biggest island in Australia. Um, so yeah, there's lots of like farming and agriculture that happens there. My uncle actually is about to go down there and do some work there.
Nice. What
Yeah,
type of work?
he does like trail walks.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just going there and do like guided tours.
Is it
Yeah,
that? Is it named after kangaroos? Is there a lot of kangaroos on the island? I mean,
I I think there would be. I haven't been there, but just off the name, so I think there's a lot of kangaroos. Yeah,
I'd hope so. I'd be really disappointed if I went to Chocolate Island and there was no chocolate. I'd be really
I
yeah.
disappointed.
love that.
yeah.
But
Well,
Yeah.
there's
for
So
reference,
big ones there.
that's right by Tasmania. I completely forgot that Tasmania was off the coast of Australia completely.
Yeah,
Ah, I'd like to go there. Savannah.
yeah.
Really? What's
Yeah.
nice? What's nice about it?
It's meant to be beautiful.
I hear there's a lot of waterfalls on Tasmania. I
I
believe.
hear it's really cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't go
But
there then.
beautiful.
is is it summer there now where you are?
Yes. Yeah.
What is the temperature like over there?
It's about 34.
That's
Pretty warm.
Celsius, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
right on the border of New South Wales and Queensland. It's been really muggy.
Muggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 34 is what, probably about 90-ish, almost 100 up here. I think.
Oh man,
So
really?
Is it 30?
that's over Fahrenheit.
Got to
Are
convert
you
that.
are you looking? So you're close to Melbourne.
91. Yeah,
We're a couple hours plane ride to
plane ride.
Melbourne. Yeah, to Melbourne.
Couple
Couple
hours plane
hours,
ride.
couple things.
Plane ride to Melbourne. Yeah,
What'd you say? It was 94 over there.
91.4. That's pretty muggy.
And is it humid? What kind of a heat is it?
Is it a dry heat or is it like a very humid and sweaty heat?
But it depends. In
Does it
the
take your breath
morning,
away?
yeah, no, not like that.
Oh, so it's a dry heat. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So you can
Yeah,
fix your hair and curl your hair, and it's not gonna fall when you go outside because of the heat, right?
It will make it go pretty.
Make it go crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not allowed to go there, Daisy.
I don't curl my hair. So Carolyn, tell me, um, what what did you do for fun for MSA?
At the wood and drank.
Amen. Cheers.
I'm very social.
Very
Very
social.
social.
Very social.
Yeah.
And did you,
But
since you live close to the beach,
yes,
do you like to
swing.
surf or anything like that?
I like swimming, fishing, camping, paddleboarding, anything outdoors.
Oh, paddleboarding.
Paddleboard.
I never knew how to do. I never tried that.
Yeah, I don't think I could balance on a paddleboard. I'd be tipping in every single time.
Think I would have the same problem.
Well, she says paddleboarding, but do you paddleboard with the sharks?
Uh, I don't know. But better try. Check my second paddle, and I can sit. So who knows if they gonna be sharks underneath us?
Did they swim around your boards?
Not that I,
I hope
I
not.
would not be happy.
I hope not. Excellent.
Okay. Can you tell me, like, what was your first signs or your symptoms when it came to MSA?
My speech, my
Your speech,
balance.
your balance. What year was that started?
Maybe a couple of years ago.
A couple years ago.
2022. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the speech go
Around COVID.
I'll call it.
Around
from
COVID.
COVID
Yeah, that started in
Yeah.
19.
19?
21?
Well, for us, it started originally in the end of 2019, like October, November. November, the outbreak started in China, then early 2020 is when it got to like the States for sure, and most of the world.
20. About 20, I
20.
think.
2020.
Yeah.
And so, did you notice your speech start getting bad quickly?
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
You reckon, Jacob? Was it quick?
Yeah, pretty quick. The timeline to now, it's gotten a lot worse
Mhm.
pretty quickly. Yeah.
Over the last 2 months, it probably has gone worse.
Yeah. Did you go to the hospital? Did you go to the doctor right away as soon as you noticed your speech, or did you dismiss it to drinking alcohol or being sleepy?
So, yeah, I didn't really think much about it. And I went to my GP and they said vertigo.
hmm
And then I forgot about my speech. I forgot to talk to them about my speech.
Yeah.
And so I went back and they referred me to a neurologist.
hmm
And what about your
Yeah.
balance? What about your balance? Did you notice? Were you falling or were you?
or were you
I
just
had my
tipsy?
first fall the other day.
So you're close to falling every day, or you do fall every day?
I had my first fall the other day.
The other
Like,
day,
yeah, yeah,
your first fall was just the other day, but
yes.
so you've been really able to
That's
catch your
good.
balance a lot then since 2020, right?
I've fallen like a couple other times, but not bad.
Not bad. Just a couple of other times you fell.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you've lucked out then with that, huh?
Sorry?
You've
You're
lucked out.
yeah, very very, very fortunate that
I've been lucky, yeah,
yeah. 'Cause
yeah,
usually tripping and falling and hurting yourself is like the first and like main feature for a lot
Yeah.
of people in MSA.
I had to
yeah.
get staples in the back of my head because I fell over backwards.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I'm tired, but lucky so far.
that's really good.
Good.
Can you share strategies or coping mechanisms that you've developed to maintain a positive outlook?
I think stuff that helps, like the grab bars and chairs and things like that. You know, so mortgage. I'm asking for help, which has been difficult when
Yeah.
they're not used to it.
Does your family get involved with you to keep you happy?
I live with my son,
Good.
Jacob. He lives upstairs and I live downstairs.
Oh,
So
that's
he helps
nice.
me a lot.
So you still have your
Good.
privacy.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
really good when you live with adult children. No, nothing against you, Jacob, but I just know how it is to live with my adult children.
Yeah, that's okay.
It
We
can be
gotta
kind
get the door.
of.
Now, Jacob, is your mom a bad roommate? Tell us the truth.
Well, I don't want to talk about it behind her back. Nah, she's
he
pretty
said,
good.
he said, I'll come back later.
Yeah,
off,
nah.
off the record, I will say it's one thing for equals to just to be together to take care of each other like sisters, brothers, but mother and son. It could be father daughter. That's the type of love you just don't find everywhere on this earth. So that's really nice to see.
The
It,
lucky
it
out.
really it really is to an extent. you know,
That's true. I have an adult son that just lived with me for about 4 months. He's in the military, so he is away now, but it got a little chaotic at times.
Yeah.
That wasn't because of him, though. It was because of his significant other.
drama.
Well,
Am I going to edit this out, Daisy?
No, they broke up. It's okay. It's all good.
Okay. Good.
but that's pretty funny.
Right?
Have you encountered any difficulties in assessing appropriate health care or support services for your MSA?
I think Australia is really far behind.
Really?
Really?
In what
Yeah.
way?
Everybody. I've
Well,
had
Everywhere?
to wait months to see a neurologist. And half the time, I know more than the neurologist.
that
Isn't
sounds
And
that
right.
I think
horrible? I hate that.
that weekend I've got to die before they can autopsy my brain.
Yeah.
Like I can't do skin biopsies. I went to Serbia and had stem cells. I really don't think that Australia is doing. I think they've got too many barriers, too many loops and hoops.
Yeah. Too much red tape, as we
Yeah.
say in America. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of like even over here. My neurologist asked my husband, "Why does she walk like that?" We're like, "Aren't you the doctor?"
Like fair dinkum. Have a go. Have a like. Yeah.
Now you mentioned that you saw a neurologist. Now, in America, well, I'm assuming some things with Australia, but did you go see the next higher neurologist, like we say, a movement disorder specialist that specifically can see these things, or did you just see the stereotypical neurologist?
Um, okay, so I've seen six in total, and I have been to movement disorder
Hmm.
specialist, but I think I'll go back to.
Yeah.
I went to Serbia and had stem cells after I seen her. So I only seen her once.
Oh, you
Okay.
say you did have stem cells?
I went to Serbia and did that. Yeah.
Me
Where?
too.
Where'd you go?
Serbia.
Serbia.
Wow.
Serbia.
Yeah, she went to the capital there.
Oh, and when was this? When did you have that done?
Less than a year ago, last
Last year,
Have you
December or
have you
January.
noticed any improvements because of it?
I don't know. Because I tried so many things.
Well,
You
how long ago did
know?
you have it done?
Oh, a year ago.
Oh,
January,
yeah.
wasn't it?
We
Jacob,
went to UK November.
And then come back. So I think it was like
Come
January.
back. June,
wasn't it?
July,
I can't
your
remember.
birthday.
have
Oh
you
Yeah.
yeah,
noticed any
actually it was
difference?
May.
My
Yeah,
last
May
year.
last year.
May of last year? Jacob, have
But
you
we
noticed any
also
differences?
So yeah, she initially had a bit of extra energy and stuff like that, but other than that, no.
I think I needed to go more than once.
To go
She
with
needs
which
to go,
one?
she needs to go more than once.
Oh, more than once.
Yeah.
What type of stem cells did you have? Did you have the MSCs or did you have the pluripotent ones?
Embassies.
MSCs, right? So the problem with MSCs is that MSCs are mainly for everything below the brain. MSCs don't repair the brain. Only the next one's up, the pluripotent. Because I had those last year too. The next one's up can actually repair if they want to with the brain. And then the best ones to get are the umbilical ones, but those are very highly controversial. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
MSCs are good for like torn ACLs and repairing muscles and helping with organs and things like that, but not the brain in
David,
general.
have you noticed any more changes from yours?
I like to say yes. Like I feel like I can move my part of my legs a little bit better. And food for thought. My first stat scan I had, both of my pudimins had no brain activity at all. And when I went to Detroit for the clinical trials, they did another DAT scan, and now it showed my caudate was now falling apart, but my right pudimin had half the activity back.
Well, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah. So the question,
Good.
well, yeah, but the question is it actually the stem cells, or is it just a difference in technology and testing methods? That's
Uh,
I don't know. So
And that's something happening in Cuba.
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 Yeah, there's meant to be something happening over Cuba. Yeah, meant to be. I read it last night.
Yeah, I saw a news article about neurodegenerative treatments down in Cuba. I think it's 2 weeks ago. It was on the news. We know some people. Daisy knows some people that actually go down to Argentina.
Actually, she
I love
messaged
it.
me yesterday,
Mhm.
or actually it was today. She's had her first infusions done today, but
Yes.
and I mean I'll let to update her progress as we go too. This was just today. She says this is Lynn. She was on our show a couple of months ago, and she says had her first infusion today. Things are different than they are in Mexico. Much better. It's more compartmental compartment
Compartmentalized. Yeah, it's
for
more segregated.
precision.
Hmm.
Lymphocytes today, cardio cells tomorrow, and neuroactivity cells Wednesday. This is to make it easier on her end to increase the absorption, right?
Yeah. So,
So
she,
that's
so
pretty
she,
neat.
was it Argentina or Chile?
Argentina.
Yeah. So we had a lady on our podcast a couple months ago who went down to Argentina for a few months for physical therapy. It's all inclusive. Stem cells is very vigorous, and they do a lot of stem cells.
And physical therapy.
Yeah, so we're kind of watching. Yeah, South America, like you mentioned Cuba. I know it's North America, but Central American countries and South America, they're really good with stem cells. They're a couple of decades ahead of the U.S. So it's definitely
Yeah.
something to look and to follow for sure.
I could look at South America,
Yeah, they have them too. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's
I reckon I didn't do the stem cells for the brain and South America.
They do. The question is the mechanism for delivery, either through the neck or through the nose, through the veins. What type of stem cells? But yeah, no, there are quite a few places in South America, let alone Central America, that perform those procedures. I know of at least 10 of them just in Mexico. That now I won't vouch for them, but yeah,
right.
there's quite
Yeah.
there's quite a few. But you take that risk if you. Well, with MSA, it's not really a risk. I don't think so. It's either going to help or it's not. But stem
That's
cells, stem cells take about 6 months to work, up to 6 months. So
yes.
like right now, I'm at my 6 months for mine. So either it's going to help or it's not.
Is it just 6 months now?
Yeah, it just turns. I got mine done in August 22nd or something like that.
That's right. That's right. So, what role does advocacy play in raising awareness about MSAC, and what steps do you take to advocate for yourself and others, maybe with the condition?
I haven't really done a lot in the last year, but what's a question? About questions, answers. So I wrote them down last
Oh,
time.
well,
Yeah,
let me ask you this:
I'm trying to find them.
do you see a lot of like medical information or commercial advertisements, like websites in Australia for MSA?
No,
No.
no,
Yeah.
nothing. I can't. In Australia, the Dr. Bulgars, that I can really be what I have. So it's hard to find somebody else that has the same thing or support group or anybody that has knowledge
Are
of it.
you in the Alliance group on Facebook for the in Australia?
No.
We
I
have
went to
one. We'll have to get you connected to them. It's really, really good supported groups.
Yeah, that's it's what
there be are. I reckon I need to join Parkinson's support groups.
Yeah, that's what that would sound helpful. In his area, some Parkinson groups.
Yeah.
But we have a defeat. David and I are both on the.
I defeat. I'm on that one.
You're on that one, okay? Yeah,
Yes.
defeat alliance. David and I are on the board there for them in America, and United for Patient Advocacy.
yeah. So there's in America, there's really two charities that themselves are just for MSA support, and the one that and they're both great groups, by the way. They're both great groups.
Awesome.
Daisy and myself, we are patient advisors for the MSA Alliance, and they have just not in America, but they also have, I believe, a total of 8 different countries around the world, their own
Australia's one of them.
MSA groups and
Oh, is it?
websites, and they do research and events and things like that. So if you just look up MSA Alliance and then Australia, you'll see the group on there.
And
Yeah,
they have
that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because last year I done a marathon and done like there's a group in Australia that raises
Okay.
awareness
Then another.
for kids. No, not that one, Mum. I done it for a kid who was kidnapped and unfortunately abused and killed. But Mum wanted me to do charity and donate for MSAC, and I didn't really know anyone or any charities who I can donate for. So yeah, if you could put us in contact with somebody, because I would like to raise money this year in the marathon, because I want to run again for
Absolutely.
MSAC for Mum. Yeah.
And they have a I knew that. I forgot it. They have the MSA Stew, they call it, that they also, it goes all over the world and
Mm.
helps create awareness. It goes to fundraisers. What you do is people put trinkets, like keychains and little just trinkets on the shoe.
Yeah.
Celebrities take
I
pictures of the shoe.
I knew I remember the name. I knew it was something
Down
silly.
under.
Yeah, msadownunder.org.au. So
I've been there.
Well,
Long enough.
we know the founder, so we'll make sure they get back to you.
yeah. Oh well, it's all volunteer, so I can imagine.
He's
Yeah.
very busy too. He goes all over the world to all the countries.
Yeah, we'll definitely put you in contact with him, and then he can help coordinate with the local resources we have down there. Because there is a support group just in Australia that we are affiliated with that gives like grants and research money, seed money, things like that for projects. So I don't know where the email went to, but we'll circle back and get you into the right place. Okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'll give you my email or two afterwards, so you can CC me into it as well, because
Yeah.
yeah,
We
it's
sure
coming
will.
up in a couple of months, and I definitely want to support.
Yeah, I mean I mentioned this a couple of times on other podcasts. Like I met this guy in very northern Canada with no resources at all, and come find out that the only support group is actually still affiliated with our MSA Alliance, the same group we're talking about, and they have the same thing up in Canada, and we got him in contact with the
director.
support network up there, and now he's getting research and navigating his way with this journey of MSA, because before he had no resources at all. So
It's a great
amazing.
thing that we're doing this podcast. We are meeting so many people that definitely need to be,
Support.
yes,
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
I do
Not just
too.
online, yes. Online, but face to face, no.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
hard for us to have face to face too. Online, we found the best support, but they say that you'll never meet someone in person, face to face, that has MSA if you have it. So
That's right. I did meet the guy was SAA 42 that goes to my gym.
He was 42.
Yes, SAA 42. SAA 42. That was pretty unreal.
you met him face to face, or
Yes, at my gym, at
Yeah.
the gym that I go to.
So one of Mum's
Really?
support
Yeah.
exercise physiology,
Mm-hmm.
and the gym that she goes to specializes with people with disabilities.
Okay.
And yeah, he goes to the gym and uses the facility as well. And him and Mum caught up and had coffee,
Wow.
sat down,
that's
and
pretty awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, how do
Hey,
you?
but he's had it for about 20 years. He serves, he drives, like, yeah. And he attributes it all to exercise.
Yeah. You have to.
Exercising. Yeah.
It's gotta stay active. You definitely have to stay active. Um, how do you balance self care with the demands of managing MSAC symptoms?
Kind of like from a manual toothbrush to a power toothbrush.
Me too.
Grandpa, like, but I did that 3 days ago. So I broke the ball. Just, you got to change, don't you?
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
that was one of the first things I had to do. You just don't have that.
Yeah. Oh,
Straight
yeah, that's what.
dexterity, you know,
Yes.
power
And
to
come back with
scrub.
the bullet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
the fine motor skills, what they call it, fine
Yeah.
motor.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hardly anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the first things that went for me was those fine motor skills. My handwriting, gone.
Yeah. Me too. I don't really like those sorts of handwriting and stuff like that. I don't really miss. It's a more notes. I'm
No,
a note person.
Does
So
it
I
hurt?
can write anymore. But use your phone.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. But it hurts to hold my phone for a while.
My phone is freaking heavy. I'm thinking about getting a larger one.
well, you should just take your son's. I'm pretty sure it's a nice one.
I have,
But,
I have
but
this.
watch out if I do.
That's just something my mom would say. Like, give me yours, Dave. I'm like, oh, I'll give you my nice phone.
I have like a tripod thing that I have to hold my phone and so I can
Hey,
type.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, it hurts. It just my fingers are so sore and they hurt so bad. I
I
can't.
really
Yeah, David's just starting to hurt him too. I wonder if that's just part of P.
MSAP.
Just part of P.
I hope it's not a part of P, but MSAP. Yeah. So the one thing that's really hard about MSA, because Daisy said it last week, she's like, Dave, your face looks less skinnier or whatever. And my wife's like, my legs, it's the atrophy. It's the weight. So when your brain stops sending or is not sending signals properly all the time, the muscles are not being used as much. Therefore, they start to waste away.
Yeah.
So our bodies and our hands, the muscles, they start to waste away, and that's where this pain comes from. Is actually that what's called that atrophy, and it's going to happen. I feel bad for people that have ALS because
Yeah.
that's like the main thing. I mean, it's a lot of bad things ALS, but that's the biggest one. You talk about painful, the whole body wastes away at the same time, very fast. Like that's tough. So
But yeah,
Yeah.
and it was last week or the week before that, David was asking me about my hands.
mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it really hurts. I have to. I'm right-handed, but I have to hold my phone with my right hand sometimes. Just take a break from holding it with the left hand.
Daisy, I'm sure
That's over.
everybody that reads your books and listens to your podcast would say if you stop slapping your husband around, your hands would not hurt so much.
But
So hilarious. You're so
sometimes
funny.
I just did that.
Now I'm hitting the wall a lot. My bed's right next to the wall, so I guess myself
I
hitting the wall.
know. What?
Caroline, do you have like blood pressure issues? Like, is that an issue?
Nah.
Oh.
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty healthy. And my cerebellum, that doesn't.
That isn't healthy.
That's okay. That's
Like,
allowed.
I want to ask you, did you have an MRI or a CAT scan? What does they
I
notice?
did. I did. The movement disorder specialist had the specialist sent me for another MRI and it showed too much on the brain.
Yeah.
Before I went to cerebellum.
So they notice shrinkage of the cerebellum?
Yeah. Yes, she said the iron had decreased.
Iron?
Well, what's that word she's saying, Jacob?
Iron.
Iron.
Iron. Oh, Southern iron. Yeah, the buildup of alpha-synuclein protein, which is the iron on the brain. Yeah, they can see that as they look for it with certain chemicals.
Yes.
Yeah, they also MRI the brains to see if it's shrinking, like the matter between like for mine, the putamen and the caudate, you'll see the shrinkage inside the cavities. So that MRIs are really good for. So MRIs, if you can see that, you know exactly what's being affected, but not everybody's brains start to shrink at once. So yeah, that's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we we went up to a place called Harvey Bay to see a specialist. He specialized in ataxia, didn't he?
Yeah, Texas Spacers.
Yeah. So, yeah, we went and seen him probably about a month and maybe about a month, maybe less. So yeah,
January.
yeah, we went and seen him, and
They said the same thing.
Same
yeah,
thing.
they say that they can't like diagnose MSAC, but he said that most of all of the signs are pointing like towards MSAC, but he can't say 100% that it is.
Yeah, there's no doctor's going to give you 100% because if they did, they're lying. Even my doctors say it's 95% MSAP, but there are so many rare disorders that can overlap to cause it. Like my doctor says, because I'm 44, like when I got it, I was 42, 41, and people,
young.
yeah, people that young and healthy don't get those overlapping diseases that early. So yeah, it's there's never 100% sure MSA out there, unfortunately.
How old were you, Caroline, when you first started having symptoms?
Maybe 51?
So that's still young too.
That's ahead of the curve. Yeah.
What's really weird is I haven't really had any testing for mine, but even though I'm diagnosed with MSAP, they found my cerebellum had shrunk.
Yeah.
MRI.
Yeah, that's from the MRI.
Yeah, I mean, there's diseases like there's a disease called cerebral ataxia. that could look like MSA, but all the other symptoms like autonomic issues, blood pressure, stuff like that, compounding of it definitely would say MSA. So, yeah, that's hard, because we got some family members in Mexico that my wife's from Mexico originally, and they just don't want to test down there. Like you go to a doctor and you're dying, like you're literally on your deathbed, and they're like, go home and die. It's not all of Mexico, but it's so hard to get testing and the proper testing, the X-rays, because it's a lot of money. She went to a main city hospital, and they said you need to get a PET scan, but that hospital doesn't do PET scans. She's got to go across the country, the other side of Mexico,
Wow.
to find one hospital that can do a PET scan. It's tough. Australia, most people in Australia live on the coast because inside this desert. But if they don't have it on the east, you gotta go to the west. You gotta go somewhere really far away that has institutionals like colleges and schooling that has all these research facilities.
And it's so often for us that we get diagnosed with this disorder, but yet we're not diagnosed with it.
Yeah. So have they mentioned like possible, like the word possible MSA or probable?
Once possible, once probable.
You have MSA, yeah. I like the balloons. Hey. Yeah. So the hard part about talking to people about MSAs, they talk about possibly having MSA. No, possibly is not possible is actually the term. There's three types of MSA. There's possible, probable, and definitive. Yeah, well, definitive they call it. So, it's like one of those things where it's like when you read possible in your doctor's notes, is the doctor saying possible MSA or it's possible you have MSA?
I know, right?
Yeah, right. Oh, probable.
Yeah, probable. Yeah, mine went from all probable. I've never had a possible. They're all probable from the beginning. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's how mine work. It's like, well, do I or don't I?
Yeah, right. Yeah, first time I saw possible, like possibly what? Like, is it or is it not? Caroline, have you thought of or wanted to participate in any clinical trials, either in Australia or other parts of the world?
I am for sure. That wouldn't let me. I tried what they for, wouldn't let me.
They wouldn't let you.
They wouldn't let you?
They let you?
Sorry?
You said they would not let you participate?
No.
Why not?
Because I didn't say in my report.
Oh.
I could pay. I didn't have the pay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they only want pay.
So this is gonna hurt and it sucks, but MSAP is much more closely aligned with Parkinson's. MS, by the way, the medical community is thinking about separating MSAP and C because they sound similar, but they're really not the same as like generic MSA. But research,
Yeah, but there is a girl in America with that C same to me, and she don't.
yeah, it depends. Well, you know why they want P though? They want P because if they find a therapy or cure, quote unquote, a treatment for MSAP, that can almost translate directly over to people that have Parkinson's. So that
Yeah.
money that it can make is much more. But MSAC, even though it's Eastern Hemisphere, there's not much upside like having something for MSAP and Parkinson's at the same time. It's unfortunate.
Not as many people, like MSAC and MSAP. Is that what you mean?
Well, so MSAP is a Western Hemisphere, mostly predominant Western Hemisphere. MSAC is predominantly Eastern, so east of Europe, Asia, China, Australia, things like that, right? But more people have MSAP. It's definitely more prominent across the entire world. Like in America, MSAP is 75% of all cases. MSAC is very few over here.
It was like 84% is P.
Yeah, it's very high. Now we're going to have both of them, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Caroline,
I have.
we all have both, but when you first start off, it's either one or the other. So that's unfortunate. So you're not thinking about trying to get any more trials?
I would try for sure.
Okay.
But I don't want them.
Yeah.
I don't think like the ones in America, they want American residents. Like that's not in Australia.
I don't know about that, David. Can they try to apply for ones in America?
Well, they can. You can apply for trials in other countries. The question I think she might be running up against too is here they'll pay for Americans everything: flights, hotels, food, whatever. But I don't know if that still applies to overseas. Like if you come from Australia, if they're like, "Hey, you got to pay your own ticket," and then we'll do it. Like I don't know. I imagine they want you to visit like 12 times a year at least to follow up on the visits. They want you for 3 years. So I guess I could understand why coming from Australia to the U.S. might be more problematic with trips. Yeah, I mean I could see that. I guess, but
never hurts to try.
Yeah, for sure.
All they can do is say no, right?
That's right.
Well, they have twice, unfortunately, but I would try anyway. I would keep trying because we have about 20 in the United States. Really good. We got 80, but 20 of them are really good clinical trials. There's a few in the UK.
But even I myself really have difficulty finding anything here in the US. They say that I'm too progressed for the trials.
Yeah, you can only have it for so long. Symptom onset, progression, things like that. Caroline,
that's sad.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's very sad.
How did you? I mean, your son is right next to you, and the fact that he's spitting facts and he knows what's going on in your life and medical life is very fascinating. That says that
he's doing research.
Yeah, we don't have to even question his loyalty and interest in you, with MSA because it's there. But how do you approach people about this disease, even family and friends? Like, how does this come about where you explain to them, what's going on with you?
I think Jacob covers it all.
Hey, well, sometimes clarity is the best,
The closest people, I think, here more than the other not see the body. I've done that.
Good. Do they understand what you're talking about?
No.
No. Yeah, no.
So what's the point? What's the point?
I was just checking real quick. There are 3 clinical trials in Australia. currently recruiting. Um, Phil had mentioned that one medicine, Rizdiplum, Rizdiplum. Yeah.
Ben?
There's another one, DYNE 251, and something coordination of rare diseases at Stanford. Looks like a historical one, but yeah, there's two right now recruiting in Australia. It's interesting because now on our website, if you go to clinicaltrials.gov for the United States, it shows around
Yes,
the whole
yeah.
world. And actually, some of these are for MSA, but they're also for spinal muscular atrophy, and they kind of envelop themselves into the same thing. But you'll get a lot more results looking on like government websites for sure in the future.
Do you have any other children, Caroline?
I have a daughter, a son, and a daughter.
Does your
Hmm.
daughter come around and help you out?
She lives like 3 hours away.
Oh,
But yes, she does.
do you see her much?
Quite often, yeah.
That's
Does,
good.
does she go paddleboarding too?
Sorry?
Does she paddleboard too?
She bought horses.
That's horses.
That's okay. Have you made any changes? Now, obviously, your son lives with you and upstairs. You know, because that's where the boys like to be upstairs in the room, right? We don't like to be
That's right.
downstairs, so sort of the PlayStation, the Xbox. Have you made any other changes besides obviously your loving son helping you? Like, have you made any physical changes to the house? Going from 2-story to 1-story, or alterations to bathrooms, anything like that?
Modification.
My house, I did. Here, we just moved here in October last year.
Okay,
Back girls, the toilet and the shower,
you got handles in there.
that's it.
Okay,
That's it, baby.
good. You still doing pretty good then. That's very good. I mean, I don't have anything special on mine. Also, I've had about 3 years, so I'm at the point where I'm thinking about it.
You
Putting
still
some
ever
handles.
walk around by yourself?
Yeah. Oh, Caroline.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Are you still able to walk around good by yourself?
No, I walk around, but I always have my wheelie walker or walker
Or
Okay.
you
onto the wall.
or you're like a
The wall.
pinball machine? Like a pinball machine, like let the walls bounce you off.
Yeah, pretty much like that. I shuffle a lot.
You know, I'm gonna say something here. I think she does so well because Caroline. I don't want to sound self-centered here. I'm like her. Like we're both very active in what we did before. Like me in sports. Like you mentioned paddleboarding. Just a paddleboard, you got to have coordination and great
Balance.
balance. You know, so that stuff actually helps out in the long term. Unfortunately, when we have diseases like this, we're able to. I don't want this to sound bad, but we're able to last longer with our balance or coordination because we're used to that type of stuff.
I did yoga.
What do they call those? All the poses they got. Yeah, I can't do yoga. I'd fall over.
I would put my knees up over my shoulders and stand
That's
up.
pretty. Yeah, you're good. The bench will be good.
I put my legs over my head one time. I was high jumping and I broke my back. So I'm not going to do that again.
I watched a video just 2 days ago of me doing it. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was doing that 5, 6 years ago.
Caroline,
Yeah.
do you still do some exercises?
Yeah, I do. I go to the gym twice a week and I do hydrotherapy once
Okay,
a week.
good.
What are you doing there?
What? At the gym or hydrotherapy?
The hydrotherapy, what do they do? What do you
Walk in the water?
Oh,
Never
like
leave.
like
No.
I love her face. Like, what do you think? It's aqua. Like, what do you think we're gonna do? Like
aquatic therapy here, right? We
They
have
work on my coordination, my balance.
got you.
That's
So
the biggest tips.
I go to aquatic therapy too for 2.5 years. Um,
Yeah,
do you have a treadmill in the water?
not yet. Not yet. But you have to walk downstairs to get in the water.
Mm,
Yeah.
It's not as easy as you think it would be, is it?
No.
I put it at the time, but when I get home, I can put the bed there.
good. Move better afterwards.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't Caroline, don't put the treadmill in the ocean. You know, those sharks are not going to want to walk with you. So, you know, just
I like her face and I said, what do you do there? And I was like,
fresh water only, Caroline.
what do you think I do?
um, now, now coming from
That's
Australia,
good.
by the way, I'm assuming you guys are born and raised in Australia.
Yes.
Okay,
Well, actually, I was born in New Zealand.
New Zealand. We just interviewed a gentleman last week who's from New Zealand. So that's this Friday. You can listen to his podcast.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah, cool.
He looks like Sean Connery, and I swear he's Scottish. I swear, but New Zealand, yeah, that's awesome. Now, are there any misconceptions about MSA? Now, obviously, nobody knows about MSA, no matter where you go. I don't care if it's Australia, New Zealand, or America. But
Man,
right, are there any misconceptions about the MSA as you're, going about your medical treatments? Like one thing we don't say over here is we don't say MSA because people think we have MS or multiple sclerosis.
I know, right? All
Same
the
thing.
time. All the time.
You have to say multiple system atrophy, don't you?
Because there is a difference.
Yeah, there's
Very
a
Between
huge
MS
difference.
and MSA.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
It's like
MSA is not a terminal
hydrotherapy and
disease.
ozotherapy, right?
Hey?
It's like walking a treadmill in the air versus the water. Yeah, it's that clear.
I know, right? Yes.
Um, what future plans do you have? I mean, any special trips? Any things you want to do? Because the question is honest and sincere, right? Like I have very limited time to keep walking in my personal life, and I'm trying to get as many trips as I can with my family before I
But
can't walk
take
anymore.
me on one.
Not yet. Do you have any future plans, something like that coming up?
Did we plan to go back to New Zealand?
Nice.
I want to come to America?
You're welcome in Texas.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'd love to go to Montana.
Montana's beautiful.
What? No. Nobody wants to go to Montana. For what's in Montana? Mountains?
Beautiful scenery.
Oh,
Yellowstone?
only a person on the coast of Australia that sees nothing but sand wants to come up to Montana. That's okay. Well, we'll have you.
And Florida?
There you go,
Baby?
Florida. I like you now. If you get to America, you'll have a place to stay at my house. If you get over here,
Thank you.
I'll save you some money.
What's Yellowstone, Caroline?
Yeah, but I want to stay walking for as long as I can. And I want to talk
Yeah.
to you about,
Me too.
but you talk really well.
Me?
Yeah.
Well,
She has her
thank-
moments.
I don't think so.
I think
I think I talk good, and then I hear people like, "What?" I hear that all the time. What did you say? Speak up.
But they don't say that to me.
They don't.
No,
You speak up.
No, I'm
J-
loud.
Jacob knows better. You get swatted across the house. Like, stop it. Yeah, I imagine Jacob has become much of a mind reader more than anything else with this disease. Because my wife and my kids, I don't like it when I say something and they're like, "Huh?" or I got to repeat myself. Nobody likes doing that. So my kids, I'll say something and my wife and kids will sit there and they're like, they'll think
They're
like
trying to
together,
figure
like
it
what did
out.
he say? And they'll go with an answer, even if it's wrong, and they'll do something. It's like so, yeah.
So painful.
I
So
have that
painful.
same.
It is. It is.
I have the same problem.
I'm going to start doing sign language at some point.
I know, right?
But they both are not just in sign language.
So, Caroline, where do we go from here? I mean, what's next? I mean, we know what's next, but before, what's next?
Next. Before next.
Acura would be good.
Absolutely. Oh, and Jacob, if you are, you said you definitely want to get some the words leaving me here, but advocacy for MSA down the road this year or something. If you are, please try. We'll get you, like I said, we'll get you in contact with Bill, and
Yes.
let us help and try to support you the best we can, and give it a go, because it 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 starts with one person, one family. I mean, I'm not as useful as I used to be, but my YouTube channel is nothing but MSA, and my next step is trying to get out there in public and do things too. So, if when you decide to do that, please look us up and get in contact with us, and we definitely want to participate and try to help out as much as possible for that.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
thank you. Yeah, I'm running the marathon
Awesome.
this year, so I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna donate to whoever is.
I can't run a
Yeah.
marathon.
Yeah,
I
He
support
can
you.
run the marathon.
I bet.
He could do it.
What is a
My
marathon like?
girlfriend,
13 miles?
Okay.
hey,
Marathon's what, about 13 miles?
Yeah.
42 kilometers?
I don't know about miles, but it's 42.2 kilometers.
It's like 2 point something conversion, so about
I,
half, less than half. Yeah.
I had
Wow.
a friend that did a 21 mile.
Yeah, that's a marathon, I think.
I could walk a mile. Does that count?
I
Yeah.
can't.
It does though, because when you have
But he
what
can.
what mum has or whatever, yeah, it's a lot harder. So
It
mum
Have
is.
y'all-
tries to go for a walk, a couple times a week, and she told me, me going for a walk this far is probably equivalent to doing a long distance for somebody else.
You
Yeah.
mentioned carver double levodopa. Caroline, did you react positively to any of the medicines they would traditionally give for Parkinson's, like cinnamon, carver double levodopa?
They haven't given me any.
They give you no Parkinson's medicines?
No.
They didn't
I
try.
tried the super. I had the vampire.
Yeah.
And I'm walking. But I won't give it here in Australia.
Wow.
Have y'all tried to ride a bicycle?
No, I haven't tried.
That would be a good balance exercise, wouldn't it?
Don't get her hurt.
I'll
No.
eat that dust.
Daisy, stop
I
it.
don't know. That just popped in my head.
She's gonna be riding down the boardwalk, and then MSA's gonna kick in and go straight to the beach to the sharks. Like, ah!
Yeah.
I want to get to Australia. That's a beautiful place.
Me too. Me too.
Anything you
Let's
two,
go.
anything Jacob or Caroline you would like to add or say? I mean, about anything, shout outs, words of inspiration for others.
I just want to say I'm so proud of my mum. Like, it must be so hard for her to go through this, and like I draw so much inspiration from her because she's so positive. Even though she's gone through such a tough time in her life, she's always smiling and happy. So yeah, I think laughter is a good medicine, and my mum always is laughing or making a joke. So I think as hard as it is, should try and stay positive. Yeah.
Amen. I've said the same thing to my family and friends. I said I've accepted it. I can't change it. So, we either stay positive like Caroline and make those around us happy and hopeful, or we get into depression and sad and angry and we take others down with us.
Mm.
I was trying to make it without crap.
Almost. We will let this one go just because Jacob had some very loving words to say.
I know, wasn't that so sweet? Caroline, you're blessed.
I'm pretty lucky. Yeah.
Now, Jacob, do you bring her food and prepare everything for her, or do you force her to do things still?
It's a bit of both.
Good.
But
No, well, yeah. Sorry.
You
So,
have to.
are you still able to cut your food up, Caroline?
I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
Good.
that's
Good.
really
Good.
good.
Yeah. If not, we got Jacob.
But
We're very lucky in Australia. They have a scheme called the National Disability Insurance Scheme, and it's for people with disabilities. It could be, something as serious as mum, or it could be like for, someone with PTSD or kids with autism. But it's basically the government will give you a pool of money to have all the different supports in place. So we're very lucky in that sense, that our government helps. So mum has a support worker, which helps out with like day-to-day tasks, and then she has a physio, an exercise physiologist. She has a dietitian that's coming on board soon. She has an psychologist, an OT, occupational therapist, so a speech pathologist. So, like, we're very lucky with that. And without that, I wouldn't be able to live my life the way that I do right now. I support my mum maybe 3 to 4 hours per day during the week, and then on the weekends we normally just hang out together. So without that NDIS, it would be very hard and difficult for me. So we're pretty lucky in Australia. I don't know if you have something similar to that in America, but we're very lucky to have that here in Australia because it would be very hard for us.
Yeah, most countries don't have anything like that. America does, most Europeans do, but like we interviewed,
Is it like our
um,
disability?
was that like Medicaid, Medicare, things like that. There's
Yeah.
that lady we interviewed from China. Well, she's Asian, but Lynn, I think it was, and
Chewy?
yeah, Chewy. There you go, Chewy. And like if you're Chinese or certain Asian countries and you have an infirmity, you have a disability, you're an outcast. Like your family disowns you just for having something like MSA or Parkinson's or anything like that. If you're have a mental handicap or something like you're literally disowned by your own family. So yeah, it's very fortunate that
We're very fortunate.
yeah, countries have programs like that. I know he said schemes, but programs to be able to facilitate this, and that's wonderful. It is.
I just wish that we could give you some money to go, hey, go knock some stuff off of your bucket list.
yeah, I know, right?
Yes.
Montana.
But
Australia.
I'm in America, and I don't want to go north. I don't want to go see anything farther north than us. I don't. I want to see nice warm beaches. That's all I want to see. Warm weather.
That's me.
Florida will provide that.
Yes, Miami. Well, yeah, actually, in next month we're going back to Europe. Probably be one of my last trips that I can fully walk unassisted. But we decided to go back to UK, Ireland, and Scotland. So it'll be pretty chilly and rainy up there. But we're going to give it a go and see what happens. But yeah, travel. Even if it's going to a park, going to the mall, the store, right, friend's house, whatever. I mean, it's. I'm not made of money, but doing something is better than nothing. That's for sure.
Yeah, my daughter's gonna hopefully, after she gets finished with school for truck driving, she's gonna have a beach wedding.
Ooh, you say truck driving?
She's going to school for truck driving
Nice.
for Walmart.
Don't pick a fight with her. Nope. Excellent. Well, Caroline and Jacob, it was a pleasure having you. Your story is amazing.
It really was.
Love from mother to son. I mean, you remind me of my mom. And I would like to think I was as loving to my mom as Jacob is to you.
It's sweet.
it doesn't get easier from here. It only gets worse. But having that bond already, it makes everything a lot easier down the road. And I would say I appreciate you too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and just think, we're
Um,
all MSA Crusaders. We couldn't get this alone, so and
It's an army.
it's really good to talk to y'all. And I hope y'all have a wonderful evening.
You too.